Makes it very difficult to see, but Adam's in a very good position to watch that, and he will move when he thinks it's necessary to stay safe. A level land view here, as again, not much to look at other than the storms in the general area from Julio, and then a look here at Hockley County, and again, looking, I believe this may be KFDA on that, the rotation and stuff there, Matt.
Yeah, let's go to a live view 4, take that live. They are along Highway 114 right now, looking back toward, you can see the funnel forming once again. This is probably a better vantage point we have, and it actually looks like 2 different areas. You can see the funnel forming right there to the ground. They are just off of Highway 114, either in western Lubbock or eastern Hockley County. They're right there along the county line. And you can see that funnel is forming once again. And that's the one spot right there, but noting a second spot on the left right here, where it looks like we could be seeing another funnel trying to form as well. And we've seen that over the past little while here, where this storm has produced 2 different either funnels or two tornadoes potentially at the same time. So this is what, and we're just going to keep this right here to watch in progress. So actually watching 2 different funnels develop right here. Let's see, it looks like that leftmost part of the storm is actually a bit more intense. And you can sometimes get this where the parent tornado is the larger one that develops, then you get another area of rotation onto the other side right there. So that funnel is actually strengthening, and it looks like, I was going to say that the area of condensation on the right side was trying to weaken, I was going to say, but it looks like it's still there, but that definitely looks like a strengthening and a funnel that's getting larger here. Again, we are just off of Highway 114, right along the Hockley, Lubbock County line, where that storm has once again really increased on it. We can go back to live view 1 to show Adam's perspective near Reese Center, and the thunderstorm that is his perspective right here, also noting on the right side of the screen, seeing actually this is good, keeping it right here with live view 4. You can see that second funnel forming, and you can see the condensation, the funnel making its way down to the ground right there. So this shows just the strength of this storm, and why, if you're in western and northwestern Lubbock County in particular, you need to take this storm seriously. I really can't see much from our vantage point right here. That's not to say that this funnel is not down to the ground. Just the way that it lowered all the way down, that could still be a funnel on the left side and on the right side. So it could be 2 different areas of rotation that we're watching right here. Again, this is on the Lubbock-Hockley County line. So this is one storm this one storm we're watching right here. We'll get to new information on the next storm farther back to the west as well. But at this point, it looks like we have 2 tornadoes in progress on this particular storm that is just to the northwest of Reese Center. We're talking just a few miles west-northwest of Reese Center is where we're seeing the cycling really of this storm, of those 2 separate tornadoes. And that just shows the strength of this storm, and also the environment we have, that this thunderstorm could maintain itself for hours like it has, and it continues to cycle on through. Adam's going to clear out to get to a safer location as he moves on out. And this looks like more on the left side of the screen, John, is where I think we're seeing the tornado still on the ground. I think that tornado on the right side may have lifted. Still looks like a funnel. Kind of difficult to make out here, but again, it's difficult. But this just shows, John, the fact that we had 2 tornadoes in progress at the same time, the sheer strength of this storm.
The severe storm labs, you probably saw that, did report 2 tornadoes earlier, but I think like you, it looks like the one on the other side has dissipated, or it's being covered up by the moisture there. But this is our main one we're so concerned with. We've had those reports, and again, this is generally about 3.5 miles northwest of Reese Center. That's the latest information I see associated with this. And once again, National Severe Storms Lab unit out there watching this very closely. But look at the intensity, look at the dust and dirt in there. That again is going to add to the fact that it's getting dark because of all the storms and the intensification of this tornado and storm system. makes it very difficult to see where it is or if there's actually a second one around that, which would not be that unusual with a storm this intense. But this is the stronger part right here. It appears to be the strong. They're going to do issuing the tornado warning again for Lubbock County and for portions of the city. So that's to re-emphasize the Weather Service being very cautious, wants people like our viewers like you to stay in your safe area. Don't be going outside. Don't try to go video or do anything like that. Stay where you are and stay safe. So here's a view from West Lubbock, and you can see what's going on near Levelland, and I'll step back just a little bit on that so you can see that a little bit better. We may have lost the video connection with that. Is that Julio?
Yeah, that's Julio and Chase, and they are coming back in toward Lubbock on 1585. Looks like that may be a funnel right in front of them, yeah.
That's what I thought. That's definitely a high base there for that. I mean, along a distance there between the ground without having any connect, but that's a good time for me to mention that if you see the dust, that's what we look for. That way you know you've got a tornado on the ground. If you just look at the funnel like that one, you may think, well, it's not connected, but when you get closer and you can actually see the dirt, then you know the funnel is connected and it's a tornado when it hits the ground with that funnel. So again, the warning sirens may go off once again here in Lubbock. We're with Adam right now, and he's moving locations. Want to be a little safer. You'll find a good vantage point. He's still north of Reese Center. So folks, you need to remain alert. This is generally 3.5. The last reports at 7:33 that it was about 3.5 miles northwest of Reese Center. So again, yes, this is a confirmed tornado. The National Weather Service is talking back and forth and they will be reissuing that warning for Lubbock simply for the fact that we've had that storm intensify and is producing a tornado once again, that area west and northwest of the city of Lubbock. It's not a direct threat now, but if it continues on an east or a southeast track, it will become a threat to the city. So at this distance, hard to tell much at all, especially with the darkness and stuff, but as soon as Adam gets in a better position, he'll be able to give us an idea of what's going on. But at least we've got the resources of the Severe Storms Lab out closer to that tornado, keeping an eye on it, in addition to the fact there's some other chasers as well. So he'll be changing his direction and position here as he's traveling, but we are watching that storm very closely north of Reese Center. Look at the dust associated with it. That's going to make it difficult to view this particular tornado and storm system. That has happened earlier in the Cochran and Hockley County areas when the dust and the moisture combine. That makes it difficult to see these storms. And we're going to go back to radar, thanks to Dimitri. But again, warning still in effect, obviously, for the city of Lubbock. There's your rotation, and again, initially sighted northwest of Reese. This is Reese Village right here, northwest. That is tracking east. It is still coming in our direction.